If f of x is equal to negative 2x squared plus 5x minus 6, and g of x is equal to 7x minus 3, find each of the following. Starting with part A, we'd like to find f of 4. So substitute 4 in for x in the function f. This gives a negative 2 times 4 squared plus 5 times 4 minus 6. That's a 4 squared is 16 times negative 2 is a negative 32 plus 20 minus 6. Adding from left to right, negative 32 and 20 is a negative 12. Minus 6 gives a negative 18. So f of 4 is equal to negative 18. Moving to part B now, we'd like to find f plus g of x. Let's go ahead and write that next as, that's f of x plus g of x. So we're going to add these two functions together. F of x is negative 2x squared plus 5x minus 6. Add that to g of x, which is 7x minus 3. Combine like terms. Out in front, we have a negative 2x squared. 5x plus 7x is 12x. Negative 6 and a negative 3 is a negative 9. So f plus g of x is equal to negative 2x squared plus 12x minus 9. Now let's subtract these functions and find f minus g of x. First, go ahead and write that as f of x minus g of x. Now let's substitute in our function values. F of x is negative 2x squared plus 5x minus 6. From that, we'll subtract g of x, which is 7x minus 3. Be sure to open a set of parentheses here, and remember to distribute that minus sign now to each term. Let's go ahead and do that. We can write f of x without these parentheses as negative 2x squared plus 5x minus 6. Distributing now, we have a minus 7x and plus 3. Combine your like terms. So out in front, negative 2x squared. Positive 5x and a negative 7x is a negative 2x. Negative 6 and positive 3 is a negative 3. So f minus g of x is equal to negative 2x squared minus 2x minus 3. Lastly, in part D, we wish to find f minus g of negative 2. So I'm going to use the result from part C where we found f minus g of x and substitute negative 2 in for x in that function. So we have a negative 2 times a negative 2 quantity squared minus 2 times negative 2 and minus 3. Let's clean this up. Negative 2 squared is 4 times negative 2 gives negative 8. Our middle term is a positive 4. Lastly, a minus 3. Negative 8 plus 4 is a negative 4. And a negative 3 gives negative 7. So in part D, f minus g of negative 2 is equal to negative 7.